All right, so learning goal today, the student will understand complementary angles and use them to find missing values. So a lot of the same stuff today. So you say, what is a complementary angle? It's not just an angle that says nice things to you. Okay, it's two angles are complementary angles if the sum of their measures is 90 degrees. Okay, so if they both add up to 90, that is complementary. See, it looks like you have bars now. See if it's letting you go to the internet. Okay, so here's an example. And they're saying angle, this angle is 50, this is 40, 50 plus 40 is 90. Okay, but these are also what type of angle? It is a right. It's not acute. What else is it?
Adjacent.
Adjacent, which is what we were doing in the warm-up, right? Because these two, right here, this angle, and then if you draw in this angle, they are side by side. They share a vertex. They share a side. So specifically, this one would be called an adjacent complementary angles because they're both, okay? All right, so let's see if we can draw some. All right, this first slide says draw an adjacent complement. Adjacent complement for each angle, okay? So that means the total angle has to be how much? How much? 90, good. The total angle has to be 90. And for it to be adjacent, what does that mean? Side by side. Side by side, same vertex. Okay, so how do you think I could draw an adjacent complement for letter A? How big, or can you tell me how big the angle should be that I'm drawing? 10 degrees, right? Small, because we already have 80, so I need 10 more. Okay, so what if I draw it out like this, maybe? Does that seem to work? Yeah. Okay, now again, I'm not going to be perfect ever. But this right here is going to represent our 90-degree angle. So I tried to make a 90-degree angle. And then that tiny angle should be approximately 10 degrees. Is there another one I can draw off of here? Well, 2 5, I think it says draw in, so it just wants 1. But I like the way you're thinking. Could I go off the other side? Yeah. I could, couldn't I? And that might be a little harder for me to see. Okay, so I could go maybe this way. Does that look like kind of a right angle? Yeah, so you can go off either direction to draw that. Okay, so what I'd like you to do is I want you to look at the next two and see if you can draw an adjacent complementary angle off the next two. All right, so if I want this to be 90 degrees, I could come up this way like that. Okay, or those of you guys who want to go the bottom way, because maybe you're very good at visual things, I could have drawn in that one. That would be 90. Or I could come down here. Come down, what, this way? So either way, that would be a 90. I don't see it below. Do you guys, did anybody do it below? A few of you, you must be, are you very visual? Like it's art? Yeah. So I see it going forward. Okay, and then if I look at the other one, so again, if I think, okay, is this a 90-degree angle? Yeah, that looks pretty close this way, or you could have drawn it out this way. Whoops, didn't mean to erase yours. Or I could draw it out that way. That would make a 90-degree angle. Either way. Okay? All right, let's keep going. All right, so we're going to name 2 angles that are not complementary. Okay, now what word did they not use this time? Go ahead, not. They didn't use adjacent. So what does that mean?
They don't have to share the same thing.
Well, all of these share the vertex, don't they? They don't have to share a side. Very good. Because this does not use adjacent, you don't have to share a side. Okay? So, name 2 angles that are not complementary. You have to remember how to name angles. Kendall. Okay, so angle, you said BFC. Okay, and what's your other one? DFE. All right, so let's look at what she just said. Okay, so angle BFC would be angle. Angle BFC would be this one. And then she said DFE, so DFE. Okay, are those 2 complementary?
Sure.
No, because they add up to what?
30.
30. And to be complementary, you have to add up to what? 90. Those two angles do not add up to 90. Those two are not complementary. Okay? Are there any other ones that you see that would not be complementary? Cassie? AFB and what?
What?
You have these two angles. No, I agree where you're going with this. What's your other one?
I don't know.
No, you don't know? Okay. Gage? And CFD is in dog. Okay, so you're saying AFB, AFB, so this one, and CFD, CFD, and this one. So the 75 plus 75, is that complementary? No, because that's like 150, right? So that's another one, not complementary. Okay, Kendall, you think you see another one?
Well, is it possible that the number goes over?
Right, that one did. 75 and 75 would be 150. So it would not be complementary.
It has to be under 90.
We're looking, it can be over, anything that's not 90 is not complementary. Complementary has to be exactly 90. Okay, I think those are the only two, because every other time I add them together, 15 and 75 is going to give me 90. Jenna, do you think you see something? I don't think there's any more, because all the rest are going to add up to 90. Okay? All right. So, can we write equations for this? We should be able to, because this is what we've been doing the whole time. All right, so angles 1 and angles 2 are complementary angles. What does complementary mean again? Not complementary.
Go to 90.
Oh, 90. See, I said the more vocabulary I give you, the harder this gets. Okay, complementary is 90 degrees. Okay, so angles 1 and 2 basically equal 90 is what it's saying. The measure of angle 1 is 24, so I'm going to write that in because I think that's helpful. And the measure of angle 2 is 3x. Okay, what is the value of x? Write an equation. Okay, so how would we write an equation for this? See?
24 plus 3x
Okay,
equals 27.
equals how much?
27.
27. Where are you getting 27? You what? Okay, what are those two together? 90, because what's that called? Complementary. Okay, is 90. All right, and then now we just have to solve our equation, which we're very good at doing at this point. Okay, so we're going to start here by subtracting our 24 from each side. Let's see, I get 3x equals 66, and then divide both sides by 3, and x equals 22 is what I'm getting. Okay, so you get kind of the same stuff again, it's just that new vocabulary. You don't like this? Why not? I know. Well, actually, next week we're going to play a couple of vocabulary games after I've taught you most of the vocabulary words to let you practice them, because it is a big part of geometry is the vocabulary. All right, I would like you to go ahead and try to write an equation for this last slide, and we'll see how you do.
X plus 47.6 equals 90.
Very good. Equals 90. This one's a pretty easy one to set up, right? And then subtract your 47.6 from both sides. Who knows what that is? 42.4?
I got 43.4.
Oh, 43.4?
It's 42.
42.
You can make me divide, subtract. All right. So that's the 10.
Oh, because
That would be
64 add up
3.
to-
All right. So 43.4? No.
42.
No, 42. 42.4. 9 minus 7. 2. Oh my goodness.
I did it.
We're losing
I
it.
got mine.
I did it.
All right.